Alright, so have to see if I can see that. There we go. Now I can kind of see what I'm doing. It's completely backwards. Upside down and backwards, but that's okay. Alright, so here we go. This is a G1Xon unit by Zoom. There you go. It's about 70 bucks. It's pretty much the most fun a guitar player can have with his guitar for under 100 bucks. I think it's really a lot of fun, and I'm going to give you a real quick start guide on this right now. So let's start with that, and then if you want to watch some more, then you can. You got to remember this unit operates in 3 modes: stompbox mode, which you get to from the home button; rhythm mode, which you get to from this rhythm looper button right here; and looper mode, which you also get to with this button right here. Alright, so that's very simple. Based on your selection, whether to be stompbox, rhythm, or looper, the function of these 2 pedals changes. Makes sense. I suppose you could say there's a 4th mode, tuner mode. If you hit both of these together, you're in tuner mode. Alright, so that's pretty simple. But as far as the actual effects goes, stompbox at home, rhythm control, and looper. And the rhythm's really pretty passable. I think you'll be surprised maybe when you hear it. Let me talk real quick about a couple of other cool things about this unit. First of all, hope you can see that. That right there, maybe that's better. There you go. That right there is an Allen head bolt, basically, that goes through the pivot point here on the pedal. You can tighten this to tighten the action of the pedal if you want more resistance. So that's pretty cool. A lot of inexpensive pedals, and this is inexpensive. I mean, the whole thing's basically plastic, except for a metal back, which is pretty cool. Runs on 4 AA batteries. The manual says it'll last for 20 hours on the 4 AA batteries. On the back, sorry about that, you have an input. All right, get the light in there. Have an input, an auxiliary input, so you can plug in an iPod or iPhone, anything with an auxiliary cable, which we're going to come back to in a minute. You can plug in right here, and headphone output, USB for firmware updates and stuff like that. And it does have a power adapter, 9-volt adapter. It's 9 volts in, but it doesn't come with that. It only comes with batteries. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Let's talk about what we can do with this thing. Let me see if I can get it back in the camera frame there. All right, very cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in my guitar right here and watch what happens. That turns the unit on. Okay, there's no on switch. You plug in your guitar and the unit comes on. Now we need some kind of an output, right? So you could plug in headphones, but if you have just an inexpensive stereo cable, a mini stereo cable like that, right there, with a stereo, mini stereo on each end, and a 1/4-inch headphone adapter like that, right? Sorry, like that. Plug that into your headphone adapter, and of course these come in various lengths. This is just a short one for illustration purposes. Plug that into your headphone unit. Now anything you can go into that has a mini jack, you can plug this into, and it turns into your amplifier. So here is an Unts curve. I don't know, did I get that right? Little Unts curve unit, right? Little Bluetooth speaker. Well, guess what? It's got an auxiliary jack right there. So conceivably, I can plug this in. I think I've got, I'm just going to use a different cable here. Has a smaller head on it for this unit. I'm going to plug it in right there. I'm going to turn it on. And that's now my guitar amplifier. And of course you could do this with I mean, I'm just trying to let you know what it sounds like, right? So it sounds pretty good. You can't really hear very well through the mic I'm using probably, but that sounds pretty good. But look, anything's an amplifier. You've got any kind of device you can plug an auxiliary cable into, that's an amplifier for you. So that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. And that's existed for a while, but you know, not many stomp boxes have it. And the fact that you can combine this stomp box with a looper and a rhythm section is pretty cool, right? Here, let's just do that. Why not? Show you how to use the unit anyway. That's the whole purpose of this thing, right? Right. Okay. So remember, this unit works in 3 modes. Stomp box, rhythm, looper. Those are the 3 modes it works in. Based on your mode, the function of these 2 pedals changes. I guess there's a 4th mode, the tuner. If you hit them both, you're in tuning mode. If you hit them both again, you're out. So basically, here's how it works. The default mode that you're in is the stomp box. So when you hit the home button, it takes you back to stomp box mode. Okay, and you can patch up or down, right, with these units, or these pedals right here. That's the function, up and down. This unit came with 100 preset patches. It's the latest firmware, I suppose. The previous one only had like 70 or something like that. So for the stomp box, mode 1, just hit the home button. Mode 2 is rhythm. So come over here to the rhythm looper. Now you're in rhythm. Okay? You can change, use this dial right here to select from your pattern, your beats per minute, and your level of output, right? Just change it to whatever you want and push the enter button, roll around to set your value, right? Push enter again, you're back out. Now to hear it, just hit play. Now, at that point, you can play along right with it. Hate that sound though, don't you? Let's go back to home for our stomp box. Let's try something else. Brick combo. Here we go, that sounds fun. Ready, let's do this. Okay, obviously you can do all kinds of stuff, but you can play along with it right now. So that's cool. Okay. Back to the rhythm, stop. Great, that's good. Now you're ready for looper, right? How do we do the looper? 3 modes, stomp box, rhythm, and looper. As you can see, it does a little animation, takes about a second, maybe about a second, I suppose, to actually switch to that function. Now we're in looper mode. Because I don't have the drum track going right now, I stopped it. This is just free-form looping. I can just start it and stop it right here, no problem. However, if I go back to the rhythm mode, and I have my rhythm going when I go to looper mode, and I push play because I'm ready to start my looping, it gives me a pre-count, go. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, go. You go on 5, that's the way it is. Now that's actually recording right now. When I'm done with my loop, I hit play again, and it will start playing. Okay? If I hit stop and play again, now I'm just playing, and I can overdub right here. And now I'm out of it again and I'm playing. Okay, so I can do that. Now I can hold this down and clear everything. Right? And that's all good. And that stays synced with your rhythm, which is pretty cool. Go back, stop the rhythm. So that's pretty cool. I think there's no way to get the recording off of this, the loops off of this. This is really just an accompaniment device. So that's a basic introduction to the G1Xon unit from Zoom.